Hey, good morning, guys. It's 9 a.m. here, which means that I don't know what it is in Europe. I got a like or something on my channel about 6 o'clock this morning, so I don't know what the time difference is. I've been up since then. I had great sleep last night. I'm in a great mood. Thanks for your prayers and your thoughts and all that stuff that you do because I'm getting in a routine that I like. And I did want to say that I put on Spotify last night, which was great, but it was kind of weird too because Sue and I went to bed pretty early, about 9 o'clock. She fell asleep immediately. It took me about an hour to get there, but I had Spotify on, right, on my phone. I had music I like and covers I like, and I had it on the phone, and then I fell asleep. And then all of a sudden I started hearing stuff that wasn't on my channel or on my Spotify that Spotify was suggesting, but it was great. And I'd hear something and I'd go, I got to do that, and then wake up, and then it'd take me a minute, more than a minute to fall back to sleep. I fall asleep, and I was having these weird dreams because the music was in the background. And the other thing that it did, and you probably all know this, but the other thing Spotify did was it took songs from my playlist and it adapted what they sent me. And so at the beginning of the evening when I was asleep, it was all acoustic, right? It was all acoustic, and about 4 o'clock in the morning, it started picking up the pace a little bit. And when I decided to get out of bed, which was 6:30, it was playing Stones, Motorhead, Megadeth. It was great. I was like, this is the weirdest thing. So I'm a little concerned that they know so much about me. But anyway, what am I doing? This is a request that goes back 6 months. And as you guys know, I've had all kinds of medical problems. I'm on the mend. I feel great. So I'm getting around to those finally, and I lost some of them, but I got them back. So if you've got something in the queue, it's coming, I promise you. And it might take a little while to get there. And I know that people in the last couple of days have requested stuff. I know Marina requested something, and Marina, it's coming. But yours is kind of at the back of the line because I got to get stuff caught up from 6 months ago. So it's not going to be that hard. I'm going to do 2 or 3 a day. I'll knock it out. So this is for Amy Goodson, Crazy Cat Lady in California. And we love Amy. She's done a lot for us. And anyway, she had requested this 6 months ago, and I'm just now getting to it. It's Wilson Pickett, Mini Skirt Minnie, and then the cover by the Plimsouls. They were an 80s band, 90s band, and they 80s band. They did a movie. The music was in a movie called Valley Girl. And that's the only thing I knew by them, right? And she didn't send me somebody of them. They were amazing bands. I don't know if they're still together. Amy will tell me, and I'll tell you. All right, so this is Wilson Pickett, and I listened to a little bit of it, and then I had to stop recording. So I've heard some of it, and it's bad ass. I mean, good, bad. All right, guys, here we go. Let's get this guy up. Yes. Trying to get rid of this phone, so bear with me. Corn. I'm good, man. See that funky drawer in the back? When you talk that talk, you know you just drive me out of their mind. You got me sleeping around, tipping around, sneaking around, peeping around. He was amazing. Wow, guys. Let me say this. He was one of my favorites back then, and he died. He's been dead for a while, but his stuff was so, for that period of time, I mean, there are other people doing that, but, there's a lot of people kind of, Wilson Pickett was doing some stuff like that. Sam Cooke actually has some stuff that was pretty funky. So that's not unusual, right? But still, you don't, I say you don't. I'm not sure you understand how that speaks to me, because I've said on this channel a lot that I like horn bands. And so, my idea of horns bands would be that. It'd also be Chicago, and it'd be Blood, Sweat, and Tears, but this for sure. And so we're going to look at the Plimsouls and see if it comes close, because for me, that speaks to me in a way you can't understand. That's true. It was filmed in Atlantic. He said filmed in Atlantic. He was with Atlantic, not filmed. It was recorded in Atlantic. He was with them from 68 to 73. I don't know when he died, and I should know that, but I don't. So let's look that up, find out, and I would urge you. I'll do some more Wilson Pickett, but I would urge you to look him out, to look him up. All right, this is the Plimsouls. And again, I think they were an 80s band, right? Probably. And there was a movie called Valley Girl, and they did a song in it. And that's the only one I know. And I never really cared for it. But Amy started sending me things to look at from them. And they're good. I mean, they're really good. And I think they're highly underrated. I don't know if they're still around. Amy could tell me, and I'll tell you. But let's listen to it, because I think that I'm going to be surprised, and maybe you will be too. Compared to what we just listened to, let's listen to this. All right? Okay, that sounds very much like the original, and I love the guy's voice. The production is better, because we're looking at, whenever it was done in the 70s to the 90s, probably 80s, 90s. What you're putting down. Working, man. When you walk that road, yeah, child. Bad. That's awesome. Yeah, baby, for just a taste of your love. Miss your bitty. Oh yeah, you really come on strong. So good, man. You got the man chasing after you, baby. Got the women crying and carrying on. Women are crying and carrying on. You know the way your dress is so high. You stop in traffic when you walk by. The way you twist and carry on. Oh, you're gonna break up a lot of happy homes. You got me slipping around, slipping around, tripping around, tripping around, peeping around, keeping around. Keep it around, baby, for just a taste of your love. This could be it. Say yeah, baby. Come on, son. Just a taste of your love. I want a taste of your love, child. Just a taste of your love. Yo, just a taste of your love. Just get on with yourself. Just a taste of your love, man. Okay, so you guys saw me. That was fantastic, by the way. Thank you, Amy. It was very close to the original, but it's fine, because it was, probably almost 20 years after, or at least 15 years. and it was very good. It's very funky. It sounded a lot like the original. They had some horns, and I was looking there for a Beats band, and I don't really recognize any of the names. So I'm going to look them up myself. I should have already done that because I want to see if they're still around. Because that was, let's say that's 30 years ago, maybe 35 years ago, and they look young. They look like their early 20s. So they wouldn't probably be as old as I am. And we're going to see Bryan Adams in June, hopefully, and he's an old man. He rocks hard. So, guys, I would suggest you go and look at more of these guys. I'll do more as Amy sends them. Amy, I'm sorry this took so long, but here it is. I loved it, by the way, Amy. Thank you very much. Again, that spoke to me in a way that I don't think anybody understands. Even looking at all the stuff I have back there, that kind of music, I was in a horn band last year, and we played at this festival, the shirt I've got on, and it was solid horns and that kind of funk, and it's great, and that's what I want to do now that I'm getting better. But again, thank you guys. Listen, if you like this video, if you like this concept of taking a video, original sometimes, or a cover sometimes, and competing against the cover. Now I say this a lot, it's not always a competition. And so people get a little upset if they think that, their side's not winning. It's not always a competition. Sometimes it is, and I'll try to say that it is. It's a comparison, all right? What's different about it? And for me, there was very little different about it except production. And the reason I put on my glasses and I was looking as I was trying to find out what year that was done, and I think it said 1987, Reprise Records. So let's look that up as well. Guys, thank you so much for your patience. Like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share with your friends, because if you like it, they will. Hit the notification bell, because I'm having them 2 or 3 a day as much as possible. And share with your friends. I said that. Comment down below, baby. And make your comments. You can say whatever you want to. I didn't like that. I did like that. And that's acceptable. Most similar to that way, but occasionally I get one like, why are you doing this? Or I don't like that comparison that you did. And then I have to explain myself. So I don't mind doing that. But if you've been around my channel long enough, you kind of know, right? So guys, I love you. Peace. Don't hurt it. Well, I said it on the other channel. Never mind. Bye.